Welcome to a new special series called The Bathroom Break. That extra 10 minutes you either have to listen to marketing tips or use the bathroom or both. But I don't recommend both, but that's your choice.
This collab is going to be super fun. We have Daniel Murray from the Marketing Millennials and me, Jay Schwedelson from the Do This Not That podcast and subjectline.com. Each episode in the series, we are going to go over quick tips about different marketing topics. And if you want to be in the bathroom, fine, just don't tell us about it. Thanks for checking it out. We are back for another bathroom break. I'm Jay Schwedelson from Do This Not That, and I'm with the Daniel Murray from the Marketing Millennials. And before we talk about some very cool under the radar, off the radar, LinkedIn secret tips, tactics stuff, Daniel, we haven't really talked about it much, but you're like very deep in now as being a dad. What is going on? How old is your kid? Is your kid now driving? Like, give me an update on some things that you're doing.
So 2 weeks ago, we just started swim lessons, and I didn't know that it's intense that you have to go like 4 days a week, and they have all these rules that you can't.
4 days a week?
Yeah, 4 days a week. He goes 4 days a week to swim lessons every morning, and they have all the rules like he can't have like dairy like 2 hours before. He can't have this like fruit. There's all these rules on that, but it's 2 days ago is like his first time like going underwater, and I start freaking out and like searching like what is the rules for dry drowning? Is he drowning? Like how would I know if he's drowning? And I know he's with he's with a like swim instructor that's like really good and well known, but it's just so scary to see your kid first time underwater when he's been in like a bathtub for like 8-9 months and not going underwater. So
no, that's freaky. When they put like babies underwater like that, I don't care that my kid, it freaks me out.
Yeah, it's freaking, but he's good. He's good now. Like but this is the only time he ever screams. Like I've never heard him scream. Every time he goes in the water, he is full blown screaming the whole time, like not nonstop. But the only time he doesn't scream is like he knows when he's about to roll underwater. He stops, like holds his breath, and then comes back up. And that's like you're smart. Yeah. So.
Do you do anything else 4 times a week? Not with your child, just in general. That is the most. I don't think I do anything 4 times a week.
Oh, that's the most intense. I thought like swim lessons are like you go once a week. And,
yeah, wow.
Yeah, I thought it was like a chill thing, and it's like no, it's intense.
Like Michael Phelps or something.
Like babies, and you apparently like there's like rules about you have to put them in a bathtub a certain way because if you teach them something bad in the water, then you like throw your lessons back, and it's just all this stuff that I have to think about with swim lesson.
Dude, yeah. You're next level. I need you to be my dad. All right, let's jump into some LinkedIn tips. Daniel, you taught me something about the size of a LinkedIn post that I stole that has my engagement skyrocketed after I stole this tip from you. So you got to share everybody what the tip is.
Yeah, so the ratio 8 by 999, the reason why we think that's like the best ratio is that if you see a text post, if you look in your feed, if you do a text post, you're competing against other real estate. When you do 800 by 999, you basically take up the whole feed for your post. So if you're on your phone and scrolling, yours is the only post that someone could react to. So this helps like get not only like people, you not competing against other real estate, but you're like the only, like scroll time goes up on that post. It gives you more chance of getting engagement. And if you have a good hook or a good image, it skyrockets your engagement if you do it this way because it takes up the whole feed.
All right, so let me break that down in simple terms. On LinkedIn, let's say you're making your thing in Canva or whatever. You go and you pick custom size and you put 800 by 999 pixel size. Yeah. That specific size. That's the size that Daniel's talking about to get you to have the ultimate engagement on LinkedIn. I've now done this for, 6 months. It has changed my engagement. It's skyrocketed. All right, I have something super cheesy I'm going to get made fun of that I've been doing that is working that I'm embarrassed to say I'm doing. But so the number one thing for the algorithm on LinkedIn that they're looking for is how often a post that you put out there gets shared, sent around to other people, or if it gets saved. If somebody clicks, on the 3 dots and then saves the post. So what I've been doing, after about 10 minutes of my post going live, I go and I actually save my own post. And then I click the send button and I send it to 10 people that I know or whatever. And since I've started doing that, saving my post and then sending it to people, it has boosted my engagement significantly. How cheesy is that?
I hate to say this as a marketer, but you have to do what works on the platform. And a year ago, if you liked your own post, it gets shared to your network more than you not liking your post. So people who said don't like your own post, it's so cheesy. Well, you get way more reach because it's sharing to a portion of your network every time you like your post. So I don't think that is a. I think I always recommend do what works, even though that is pretty cheesy that you're just sending your post to random people and people are like, why are you sending this post to me? But I do think I always am on the side of you have to know the rules of the game of a platform and play them to the best of your ability because those rules are gonna go and other people are playing those games. So like play them so you can get attention because the ultimate goal on social is to get attention. I don't care what anybody says. Like if you on social to write a post to get 2 likes because it's a good post and you don't want to get attention, that's fine. But that's a journal, not a like an actual marketing strategy. So that's my rant on that.
So I'll tell you one thing on LinkedIn that I did once and I'll never do again. I want to see if you agree, which is unlike on Instagram where you could use something like ManyChat to automate, DMs to people. A while back, about a year or so back, I decided I was going to attempt to automate some DMs on LinkedIn, and I connected to some tool that everybody said was a great tool, whatever, and it was firing off all these DMs and all this stuff. And then I got it was terrible. I lost all my engagement on my posts. I was blacklisted without me even knowing it, right? And then I got rid of that tool and I got rid of the automated DMs and stuff, and everything came back and everything was fine. So I am on team never use a LinkedIn automation tool because A, it is cheesy, but B, it's not like on Instagram. It will destroy you. Do you buy that?
LinkedIn notoriously does not like plug-in stuff on their platform. I think the only thing they are okay with is scheduling tools and if it's like approved by them. But if you're doing random hacky stuff that connects, you not only you risk of like getting shadow banned on the feed, you're at risk of actually getting your account banned from LinkedIn, and then you have to go fight and say like. So I've stopped like connecting third-party tools that are like LinkedIn hasn't recommended anymore because I'm super scared of LinkedIn just banning my account and then you lose your account and then you have to go and fight and talk to I've seen people being out of their account for 2-3 weeks from doing
Oh no.
tools
Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, no, I'm with you. They don't mess around. They really don't mess around.
No, like Instagram is like more chill. Like other
Yeah.
platforms are more chill. I've been doing DMs on Instagram of like a free guide to people who like get new followers just to like introduce them to myself.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, so like a new follow, I'll like do a many chat DM.
Yeah. ManyChat's cool.
Yeah, I think it's a cool way to like engage with your followers, but Instagram's is more chill than LinkedIn because LinkedIn also, some people are like think they're super smart and like they change their name on there and they're like, oh, I got you. Like you changed your name on the like I may put my name in all caps. I got you. Look, they're spamming me. So that's the LinkedIn game is played. So
Yeah. Back to the swim lesson thing. So not that you asked, but when I was 2 years old, I wonder why I couldn't swim when I was 2. I was 2 years old. I was living in New York, and we had a pool, and I guess I fell in the pool, and my parents were like in the backyard, but they weren't watching me or whatever. And my brother ended up saving me, and it was a big deal. And they put it in the New York Post that he saved me from drowning. But the problem is, like, my parents have always felt like crap, like
yeah, the parents look like bad.
terrible. They're always like, we look horrible. Like we're in the New York Post for basically being crappy parents. I was like, dude, why was I near the pool if I couldn't swim? And then I end up getting a lot of swim lessons and stuff too. So it's good that you're doing it. But
I'm as a kid, I remember I was with my grandma in the pool and like those like floaty things that you put in between your legs.
Yeah.
I have a vivid memory and I'm like I think I was like 2 years old too, and I kind of knew how to swim, but I jumped to go grab it, and then I like my only memory is like I saw water like above, and my grandma dived in and got me. But it was like super scary. So now we have a pool fence. We have an alarm that when someone goes out, like the house, it says that like sliding doors.
I want to ask you something. So for all the listeners, Daniel spent the first like 7 of his years of his life growing up in Africa. That's not a joke. He did. So like when you would get swim lessons, were you like in the water with like sharks and whales? Like I feel like there's a lot of animals going on there. How do you get swim lessons in Africa?
I think you kind of learn how to, like, the hippos teach you how to swim. So like hippos and flamingos and yeah, you learn that. You learn.
I don't feel like you're being honest.
No, you go to an actual pool. It's just like go swim, but there's a lot of bodies of water in Africa. So like you gotta, but not as much as like Florida. But
did you have a pet hippo like as a kid?
no, I told you the story. I used to tell people, because so many people don't know anything about Africa, that I had a pet elephant named Hakuna Matata that I used to ride to school every morning. And then I had like my little hut, and I lived in hut 7. And I would come back to my hut and go chill in my hut. Because people really don't know anything about Africa. It's really that bad.
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata, that elephant is
no worries.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, you missed that elephant. Well, yeah, everybody drop, Daniel, a comment on his reviews. Let him know that Hakuna Matata, no worries. You know what I mean?
Oh, actually, funny story about that. That's my son's pool song. So
who knew?
Yeah.
I need a pool song. I think it's going to be something by Dua Lipa.
Yeah, because that's like the only way he chills if I put it on. So I put Hakuna Matata on. So
that's good. I'm going to do that. All right, everyone go listen to Hakuna Matata. We'll see you at the next one.
Daniel, come on, man. I got to get back to work. Get out of there. All right. While he's still in there, this is Jay. Check out my podcast, Do This, Not That, for marketers. Each week we share really quick tips on stuff that can improve your marketing, and I hope you give it a try. Oh, here's Daniel. He's finally out.
Back from my bathroom break. This is Daniel. Go follow the Marketing Millennials podcast, but also tune into this series. It's once a week, the bathroom break. We talk about marketing tips that we just spew out, and it could be anything from email subject line to any marketing tips in the world. We'll talk about it. Just give us a shout on LinkedIn and tell us what you want to hear. Peace out.
Later.